Hey guys, it's Johnny with RV SWAT, and today we're going to be doing some maintenance on the furnace. I'll show you some footage here in a little bit. I think you've seen it on Facebook that without the covers on the furnace, we had some hitchhikers come from Texas with us, and we found out there was a nest of birds in here. So take a look at this footage and you'll see whenever we took the birds out of the furnace.
Got here to the escapees park and we discovered there are baby birds in our furnace area, and their mama is still in Christine, Texas. There you go. Can you see them there? You can see two of them. I think there's three of them in there. We said we needed to get those covers for that, and now it's a priority.
Operation Bird Rescue. So we've got the complete furnace taken out, as you can see, and birds are right inside of here. But the nest is between here and the fan, so...
Put out a little bit. Careful.
Yep.
Careful. Okay. There they are.
Operation Bird Rescue.
There they are.
So you see that we got the birds out, everything was fine, but I didn't do a full maintenance on the furnace at the time. So now that we're here in Fort Payne, we're gonna pull it completely out, do a complete tear down of the furnace, clean it all out, maintenance, get it running right. And when we put it all back together, we're gonna install the screen covers so that way we have no more birds to worry about, and hopefully it'll keep out the dirt divers and wasp and all that stuff. So anyway, stay tuned, tag along, we'll show you how to pull this furnace out. So one thing I learned last time I pulled this furnace out, for some reason, the design of this RV is ridiculous. And to pull the furnace out, it hits the bumper by about 1/8 of an inch. So you have to drop the bumper to get the furnace all the way out. Don't know why they done it that way, or don't know if they realize they done it that way. But anyway, it's just 4 bolts on the bumper, and it's a light bumper. So we'll take the 4 bolts off, we'll drop the bumper, then we'll start pulling the furnace out. Alright, got the 4 bolts off, the bumper should just drop straight now. Just like, so we got the bumper out of the way, and we'll start pulling these screws off just by taking these off. Alright, so just get you a flathead screwdriver and work your way around just like that, and then this whole cover should slide right off. Alright, and then you take all the screws out around the outer edge here. Okay. And then there's 3 screws on this one that kind of hold it in place here. So you see, everything's kind of loose, ready to come out. So all we have to do is unhook the power and the gas. The power is a simple plug right here. So before you unhook the gas line on your furnace, make sure you come to your propane tank, shut it off. And what I'm gonna do is send Tracy in to light the stove and just let the excess gas burn out of the lines, and then we'll meet you back at the furnace.
Bring it up to my workbench.
So next we have to get the whole furnace out of the casing, but I will show you this. So this furnace on our rig, you'll see the back end right here is the forced air is out of here. So there's options here. So if we had ductwork in our unit, you would see kind of ductwork coming off of these. As the air sucks in here, goes through the furnace system, blows out the hot air here and goes into the ductwork. Our duct work comes from a hole this big, so I'll show you that back at the RV in just a little bit. All the air is forced out here, and this butts right up against the opening of our duct work, and it just forces through the duct work of the RV. So we'll show you that whenever we get back to the RV. Right now, we're gonna take this out of the case. So we have to get this connector off. Get this off and out of the way. Here. Now with those two out, this should slide right out of here. Alright, so you see, now that we get a better look at this, I'll show you how the system actually works is, when these things fire up, and the burner assembly is in here, this will fire up, it'll draw air in here, and there's a squirrel cage fan in here, you'll see in a minute, and then another big one here that blows the forced air out. So the air comes in here, it hits the heating element here, which blows the hot air through this, the heating chamber, and then through the lower level heating chamber, and then exhausts the air back here. So you never have an open flame inside, you never have any actual hot air from the fire going inside. It just goes in here and exhausts here. Then this fan blows and forces air just over this hot element, the hot heating chamber, and then that hot air goes into your ductwork of your RV, which in turn heats your RV. That's the way these forced air furnaces work. I'm going to take these screws off and remove this. This is where the bird nest was at. We're going to make sure we got everything out of there. On the bottom here.
Shit myself if a bird flew out.
That's
Alright.
where the bird was.
So as you can see, no more bird nest, but that's where it was. So we'll actually blow all this out. We'll get all this cleaned up.
Debris down in there.
Yeah, we'll blow all this out. So either a shop vac, air compressor, whatever you have, you want to get all the dirt blown out. You can see down here, all this is what needs to be cleaned out, because remember, this stuff is what forces air through the heating system. If any of this clogs up and this fan can't turn, then you'll have a problem. You'll start hearing, you may hear loud noises when you turn on your furnace, a knocking sound, a squeaking sound, something like that. It's because this fan is obstructed and it can't turn and it can't force the air into your burner assembly. Get that cleaned up. So once you get all the screws loosened up around here, and I got everything loose all along up front, so this burner assembly should lift right out of here. So just kind of get it out of your way. And if you look down in here, I don't know if it'll show. You may have to get a flashlight. Anyway, all in here is wasp nest, dirt diver's nest, and this is where your burner, this is where your flame is at. So any of that stuff could ignite
Wasp
and
nest.
restrict your airflow or catch on fire, but that's the prime reason why your flame. So this is the that squirts the propane into your burner. Your actual burner assembly is here, and the flame, if you look back here where my finger is at, right here at the edge of my finger, if you see, this is the spark igniter, right? So this throws the spark, which ignites the flames that goes through all of these holes. So this is your actual burner assembly here. This is where your gas enters the burner assembly. So if there was ever a flame that shot back this way and catch all that nesting on fire, you would have a little problem. So we're gonna get all this vacuumed out, cleaned out, get the, we're gonna get an air compressor, blow it all out real well, and vacuum it, blow it out, get it all cleaned up and put back together so we can get it back into the RV. Alright, so I went ahead and took out the whole burner assembly here. Set that aside, and then this is the igniter. Just gonna lay it to the side because I really wanted to get in here and get all this stuff out. So I see a dead wasp, I see nest, I see parts of, yeah, that's dirt dauber nest. I thought that was eggshell, but I think that's more dirt dauber nest. So that's all the stuff we got to get cleaned out of there, and this is why you should do this maintenance at least once a year, especially if you don't have the covers over the vents outside, and that's the main reason we're putting the covers on. So once I get all this cleaned out and all put back together, we'll install the vent covers, that way the bugs can't get in and build these nests. Alright, we got it all cleaned out. You look in the chamber here. I blew it out with an air compressor from both ends, then vacuumed out with the shop vac. Blew everything out in here, so it should be all set and ready to go. We're gonna get it all put back together the way we found it, get it back into the RV, and then we'll run a test on it. All this will rotate 180. Like that. And then this has to sit back. This has to go back in place like that. I want to see. Alright, so straight back here, that's the big hole that the furnace fits right up against. So all that forced air that the fans push goes right into that big hole, and that's where it enters the ductwork for the whole RV into our ducting system in the floor. Now we'll get the furnace back into the hole and get it all hooked back up. AC does it. Oh yeah, sweet. Get all that tucked in there. Now I gotta line these holes up. Alright, got the furnace all back in. Now we're gonna get this covered up so we don't have to deal with the whole bird situation again. And hopefully it'll keep all the wasps and dirt daubers out so I don't even have to deal with the nest anymore. But supposedly, you can see you got the cap, I got the spring in place, and then this little tool, you just kind of push, and we're going to kind of hook this behind there. And get this last one on, and that's it, guys. Furnace is all clean, screens are installed. So just like that, screens are on, so we'll see how long these last with just the screens holding them. That's it. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.